Hello neighbors, it's Brad here at eTrailer, and today we're taking a look at the SureCall cell phone booster, and this is going to be for your vehicle. Now there's 3 different antenna options. Here we have our standard, and it does have a nice magnet mount, and the other styles that you're going to have are going to be a shark fin style for a little more aerodynamic clean look, as well as a permanent mount for you over-the-road truckers, or if you drive a box truck or something utility. Whether you travel for a living, you live in a rural area, or you just take road trips with the family, this is going to be great for boosting that signal to make sure that you always have your music streaming. You're also going to be able to have phone calls that aren't going to be spotty, and also you'll always have that GPS, as it always tends to happen, that our GPS drops out in places we don't know. This is going to bump that signal up to give us a fighting chance to use all of our applications. So how does it work? Well, the antenna on the outside of the vehicle sends and receives signals to the nearest cell phone tower. That then feeds into our module, which boosts the signal to our inside here antenna, giving signal to our phone. With our system off, we can see that we have 1 bar of 5G, and that's going to be pretty slow when we're trying to use apps. But to get a real definite number here, we're going to do a speed test just to see where we're at. So as we can see, minimal at best. And really, that's not going to be great if you have an emergency or if you just want to listen to music or whatever it may be using your GPS lost in a place. I'm not going to trust these numbers. So now let's go ahead. We're going to kick on the booster and test it again and see what it does. All right, with our system on, we're going to test again. Significantly better on our downloads. Our uploads are still pretty low, but again, significantly better compared to what we had. So those numbers could be the difference of actually finding where you need to go with your GPS not working, or you can just have your music continuously playing, or if you have an important call that you need to make sure that it doesn't drop out or get spotty and cut out, that can make all the difference. Now, regardless of which antenna you go with, your module is going to look the same, and it's about the size of a sandwich. So you can really put it anywhere that you find necessary, as long as it has a little bit of airspace to breathe, as it can get a little bit warm. So underneath your seat is a great spot. It's not going to get in the way, and it should have plenty of ventilation to work. And then we're essentially just attaching our power source, which you can see the cigarette lighter here has an on and off switch. So that's pretty nice. When you're not using it, you can shut that off. And I've simply just kind of routed it here under my plastics and attached that there. Now our 2 antennas are also simple. They easily screw into the box, and those I simply routed in some of my plastics as well. So let's go ahead and I'll show you that. So the antenna, I just simply ran our cable down and I opened my hatch and just fed it through. And you're able to run this through, and this weather stripping is going to give it enough cushion to where it's not going to pinch the wires or damage it. And then from there, you can simply route it through your plastics or your stripping along the vehicle's plastics, and you can get that nice and tucked cleanly. Now, I simply ran my wires down the B-pillar here to our module, and the great part about that is you can tuck the wire underneath most of your plastics or your weather stripping along all your interior panels and make it completely hidden. So you can have a really clean system that doesn't take up a bunch of space, but you get all the utility. Now our other antenna, we're going to want this close to where our phone will be, roughly about 2 to 3 feet if possible. So it does come with this nice vent clip here. So if you have a vent that works well, you can simply put it on there. It also comes with hook and loop technology. So if I really wanted to and permanently mount this, I could put this right here on this edge and barely see it. And these wires simply tuck under those plastics as well, so it's out of sight. And then we're still getting that cell phone boost close to where our phone will be. Now our traditional antenna is going to look great on any passenger vehicle, and also so will the shark mount. It gives it a nice clean look, and it kind of fits into those OEM looks of your antennas. Now if you do have a box truck, a work truck, or maybe a semi, that permanent mounted one, you can really attach it anywhere, whether you have some rails, a ladder, whatever it may be, and it's going to stay up there nice and secure and still give you that boosting. So how far away can this actually work? Well, you can see I'm a distance away from my car. So if we're parked at a gas station, or if we're tailgating, or we're at a campsite, whatever it may be, it's still working quite well. Now the great thing about this system is it's going to work well for all the passengers in the vehicle. You can run multiple devices on it. So as you can see, having car seats here on road trips, if the kids want to watch some streaming videos on my phone, instead of hitting those dead spots and saying that the phone's not working, it's going to give it a fighting chance so they can continue watching their shows. So if you travel for work and you use your phone for GPS or music, whatever it may be, this is going to be an awesome option for you. Now, if you do have a camper or RV, there's also a combo available for your RV as well. And that was a look at the SureCall cell phone booster for your vehicle with 3 different antenna options: your standard, your shark fin, as well as your permanent mount.